No coronavirus in Jamaica. Speaking at an emergency press conference on Tuesday, Minister of Health and Wellness Dr. Christopher Tufton said, quote, "There is no truth to the claim that there is a case of the coronavirus at the University Hospital of the West Indies," end quote. Early Tuesday, there were rumors of a partial lockdown of the university's Accident and Emergency Department following reports of a suspected case of the virus in one patient. Medical Chief of Staff at the University Hospital, Dr. Carl Bruce, says the patient's symptoms are outside the profile of the coronavirus.
There are many patients, as you know, who can present to a hospital with a respiratory viral illness. We have to consider all the usual things, including flu, influenza, dengue, etc. In this case, the only reason why this has come up is because of the patient's travel and that patient would have traveled to China on the 7th and returned via New York from the 13th, 14th of the month. But that is just how hospitals operate. They try to get all the possible details. And as we said before, out of an abundance of caution, we just wanted to make sure that that was considered. But certainly it does not fit the case definition. No.
The health minister outlined the government's preparedness plan at the emergency press conference.
But in terms of our preparedness for the coronavirus, we have had discussions, as I said yesterday, at Cabinet, and we invited the Pan American Health Organization rep to be there, and she was there, commented on the issue. The technical team of the ministry was also present, and those discussions considered the nature of the virus, the challenges as it relates to the spread or potential threats, and what we needed to do to make the appropriate levels of preparation. Since this morning, prior to this press briefing, I had a meeting with my team at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, with the minister, with also the Chinese ambassador and his team. And based on those discussions, the government of Jamaica will continue its collaboration and its surveillance protocols, which are in alignment with the international health regulations.
Speaking Tuesday afternoon in Parliament, Dr. Tufton further outlined the Health Ministry's plans.
We began the relevant interventions, including activation to alert status the fever and respiratory or influenza-like illness protocols, resulting in the initiation of a public education campaign to reinforce good hand hygiene and with emphasis on respiratory etiquette, enhance infection control programs in hospitals and health facilities for preventing, controlling, and investigating communicable diseases, increase stocks of medication and medical supplies in hospitals and health facilities to respond to increase in the number of persons presenting to the health system, ensure readiness, Mr. Speaker, of isolation facilities, expansion of the extended opening hours at health centers to provide access to at-risk populations to include the elderly and children under 5 if necessary, and continued implementation of the overcrowding management plans for the major hospitals across the country.
Despite the health minister's claims, the opposition remains skeptical.
We would have thought, Mr. Speaker, that Jamaica, having been primed years ago by the Ebola potential to affect the island, that these would have been put in place when we first got news that this was happening a couple of weeks ago. That's one. I'm not playing politics. I'm playing medicine right now. Right? Based on what the PAHO WHO says, that this particular virus, persons who have it may not exhibit any symptoms, but they are capable of passing it on even when the symptoms are not present. So it is more important that we look with a serious eye on what is happening. We understand the limitations of the University Hospital of the West Indies, their virology lab, in testing samples now, because right now, and as expected, there is no reagent that is available now. So today, if we are saying that it is not a suspected case because it does not fall into the case definition or the protocol. What we have excluded by the test is exclude that is influenza and all the other viruses. You can only say it is not so when you have confirmed that it is not so.
In keeping with the government surveillance program, a travel advisory has been issued. Jamaicans are being advised to postpone trips to China, while those in China are advised to remain there. As at January 27, the death toll from the coronavirus stands at 106. Gabrielle Thompson, Frontline News.